Hello and welcome here. The Suicide Squad is one of the largest omissions from the DC Universe's already extensive list of upcoming projects. Is the DC Universe finally done with this group of antiheroes and villains? Beginning with a grim tone and occasional flashes of humor, the DC Extended Universe examined the backstories of many different characters, including the Suicide Squad. This odd group of criminals comes under the moniker Suicide Squad since they all agreed to take part in risky Black Ops missions in exchange for sentencing reductions. The group made their big screen debut in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, a DC Extended Universe film, in 2016. Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc, Slipknot, Katana, Rick Flag, and El Diablo made up the initial gang, albeit not all of them survived to see the end of the film. The Suicide Squad, a solo sequel that was directed by James Gunn and released in 2021 as a result of Suicide Squad's poor box office performance, was a critical and financial triumph, opening the way for the group to make another appearance. The Suicide Squad appears to have been forgotten during the DC Universe's reformation, despite the possibility that a new team was already prepared. So what does the Suicide Squad's future hold inside the DC Universe? The DC Universe will now have a unified continuity and story across live-action movies and TV, animation, and video games thanks to James Gunn and Peter Safran, who took over as co-chairmen and co-CEOs of DC Studios in early 2022. As a result, DC underwent significant changes. The animated series Creature Commandos, which already has some intriguing parallels to the Suicide Squad, is the one to launch this strategy. This raises some concerns because Harley Quinn and the rest weren't among the original wave of DC Universe projects that were revealed. The Creature Commandos, a group made up of a Gorgon, a vampire, a Frankenstein's monster, and a human captain, were invented by J.M. DeMatteis and Pat Broderick. The squad was assembled by the covert government agency Project M, and its members included Mr. Myrna Rhodes, a Gorgon, Private Elliot Lucky Taylor, a Frankenstein's monster, Warren Griffith, a werewolf, Sergeant Vincent Velcro, and Sergeant Vincent Velcro. The Creature Commandos' first goal was to destroy Nazi-made android doubles of Allied leaders in France. Their second mission was to rescue Dr. René Frederic, who they discovered in a concentration camp and were forced to execute. The ethically questionable operations that the Creature Commandos have undertaken, along with the diverse cast of people that make up the team, make it resemble the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad's fate in the DC Universe is uncertain, although it appears that they haven't all been eliminated. It is indicated that the Suicide Squad also exists in this realm and is thus still canon because Amanda Waller, who created the teams in Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad, is relocating to it with her own TV show, simply dubbed Waller. Waller will be a spin-off of Peacemaker, a television series that will be based on Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Hence, this Amanda Waller isn't a fresh take on the character that the public saw in the first two Suicide Squad films. There would be a significant gap between movies if Suicide Squad wasn't one of the first 10 DC Universe projects. It's odd that the Suicide Squad wasn't included in the first round of DC Universe projects given that the team was successful and received far better than Ayer's film. There will be at least 5 years between the Suicide Squad and their return if a new Suicide Squad project is included in the next batch of projects, which isn't ideal given that the most recent team was last seen ignoring Waller's orders and escaping, leaving their futures unknown. As of the time of writing, the first portion of Gunn and Safran's plan covers until 2025. The Suicide Squad team's exclusion from the DC Universe for the time being does not preclude it from fitting into this universe and its fresh take on movies, TV series, and other media. The Suicide Squad can make a comeback as an animated series with the live-action cast voicing their characters, demonstrating Gunn and Safran's plans to have actors switch between live-action and animation. However, the team itself gives them some freedom because it can have a rotating cast, meaning that contracts and schedules aren't an obstacle compared to other films and TV shows. The Suicide Squad team offers writers and producers a lot of latitude, so even if it reappears in the DC Universe's upcoming slate of projects, they may make tweaks to minimize the impact of the time between films or be creative and bring it back in a more interesting way. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.